Welcome! This is the part 2 of this video series on NLP modeling for entrepreneurs and business owners to scale their business and finally have the life they promised to themselves they would have, or like improve it in some way. So you can have the other parts of this video series in the description, and you can also find the 7 days free challenge to develop a success identity from the inside and the book I wrote on this, and you can book a call with me at any moment during any of those videos if you are an entrepreneur yourself scaling your business right now. The part 2 of this video series is going to focus on the main black beast of entrepreneurs. I think it affects everybody, but I think entrepreneurs even more. It is the lack of clarity, not knowing what to do next, therefore being burnt out or unmotivated and procrastinating because you would like to do something, but you don't really know what is the main road to go there, or like you have different ideas and you don't know which one is the best, so you procrastinate, you're confused, and you never do anything. I think it is a pretty common challenge for any person scaling their business or even building it in the first place. Even if I think building it in the first place might be easier because you have a wealth of information out there, but whenever you are getting to higher levels in business, you have less and less and less and fewer people who really know what they're talking about. So it may be more difficult, trickier to actually find somebody who can give proper advice. And even when you are down there at the beginning, you have so many people telling, oh, my method is the best one. No, my method is the best one. No, mine one. You always have those gurus, business guys who preach that their thing is the best. From my opinion, everybody just finds the method that works the best for them specifically. So no methods are bad or not working. It is just that some methods are more appropriate for certain personalities, certain backgrounds. I was a magician for more than 10 years before that, so doing videos for me is the easiest thing ever. If you don't have this background, you don't need to be on video. It is depending on your skills, your background in life, what are you good at. Everybody has to define, to shape their business at their image, even without appearing on camera, but to their image in the sense of defining the main skills that they are great at or that they really are passionate about and want to develop, and therefore they can improve their business in a way that shapes their life instead of somebody else's life. But to stay on the topic, obviously, if you want to use NLP modeling and model some successful person, it means there is something blocking right now in your life or in your business that you really can't go past. You cannot really have the main breakthrough to get past that problem, and there are obviously solutions for that. And when you have a role model in mind who is 10 levels above you, obviously that person has figured out the ways to overcome the thing you think is impossible to overcome. However, the million-dollar question, how to know what specifically should you do right now? And you always have too many options at your disposal as an entrepreneur. You always think about, oh, should I hire people? No, but should I develop my customer support? Or but should I develop my website and my SEO presence? Or should I turn into advertising, paid advertising? There's always a million different information and people don't really know what is the best one, and business coaches can help if you find the right one, but the problem is finding the right one who will not try to scam you. Tough experience. So with NLP modeling, you can tap into the wealth of information your unconscious mind has registered from all the people you have been watching and listening to. And when you have a specific role model who has passed the stage you are at right now, this role model obviously would be able to advise you, to give you the best possible method to go past the main sticking point you are at right now. So the process to figure out what this is, for example, there are many ways to do that. You can put 2 frames like that. You can take a piece of paper and make 2 columns, like draw a line in the middle. On the left, you are going to write down all the things, or think about right now, all the things you have tried so far. Or maybe all the things you are trying right now to solve the main sticking point, whether it is about acquiring more clients, developing your presence online, your presence on social media. What is the main thing that is bugging you right now? The thing you have outlined by watching video number 1, and you are going to write down all the things you have tried in vain, or the things you are right now trying in vain that are not working or not providing the results you wanted. Write down all of those things on the left, or think about it. What are the things I'm doing? And if you spend 10 hours procrastinating every day, just write that, Your role model, the person you are emulating and thinking they are so great, probably they procrastinate too, or maybe they have been procrastinating at some point in their life. If they are a human being, and I assume they are a human being, I can assure you there have been moments where they have been unmotivated, procrastinating exactly like you do, or maybe they have self-doubt even now. Even some really successful people have self-doubts and have the imposter syndrome and think they don't deserve all the millions they have into their hands. You never know until you meet people in real. Coming from a therapeutic background, I can assure you people you think are successful, sometimes they're not at all. They may have money, but deep down inside, it's a mess. So don't presuppose the person knows everything. Just pick somebody who has apparently a level of skills at least in terms of physical abilities or mental skills, who has passed the one stage you are at right now. Micro target on the one thing you are blocked upon right now. Once you have that list on the left side, the list of all the things you are trying to do, the things you have been doing that did not work, you are going to do the interesting part, which is on the right side, write down all the things your role model is doing. But I will ask you here to go in deeper details than the one you may be used to. Of course, if you have been watching an expert at public speaking, for example, like Gary Vee, you might think, okay, if I define what he does to do public speaking, I can outline the way he's standing on stage. I cannot do his shoulders wrench, but like this, something like that. You can outline those physical behaviors. You can outline his voice tonality. You can outline all the things you are aware of, but there are deeper things, and which is the point of NLP modeling, is to look for the deeper things we're not conscious of. We are going to go through some unconscious process and some trance, some hypnotic trance during the third video, which will be the most important by far of this video series. But for now, already list not just the behaviors, but the motivations, the desires. What are the desires, the ideas, the inspirations that role model has or has had when he was at the stage you were at? When you can pinpoint, when you can make an image of that role model when he or she was exactly at the level you are at right now, what were their motivations? Values in life, what were they standing for, what were they fighting for, what were they interested about, what were their main topics of interest. All of that. Write down all the things, the goals they may have had when they were at the stage of life you are at right now. What are the goals they had? What were the desires they had? What were the life aspirations they had? And after you have done that, you can outline or write down or just think about the things they are doing in smaller chunks. If you can turn that skill they have, if it is public speaking, then pick public speaking. If it is doing search engine optimization online, if it is advertising, if it is about hiring people, the main skill they have that you want to emulate, that you want to acquire for yourself, outline what are the main micro steps. What is the procedure, the process? If you had to turn that skill they have into a 5-step procedure, tell me specifically how you would outline this. If it was public speaking, maybe you first have to outline the fact that the person is getting energetic and motivated before getting on stage. That is the first step. Second step, maybe, or like initial step before that, maybe they rehearse, they memorize their text. Personally, I mostly improvise, but let's say the person memorizes. How? How do they memorize? Okay, memorization, getting energetic before getting on stage. Third step, eye contact with the audience. The eye contact in front of an audience has to be divided equally, mostly in the center and slightly on the angles to make people engaged, make them feel engaged. It is an example of outlining. Instead of thinking of a skill as this one big thing you don't have, break down the main skill you want to have in a series of micro steps. If I was outlining the way I develop, create those videos, I can very easily give you a process of 4 to 5 steps that allow me to create 10, 12 videos in 1 or 2 days very easily, because I have refined the process over and over again. So that main skill you want to develop, to acquire from your role model, micro chunk it into a series of steps. When you have those two columns, you have the one of all the things you have tried and the one of all the things your model is doing or has been doing when he was developing the skill you want to have right now. You can already compare those two. Compare those two columns, those two things, those two categories of elements, and notice what is the main difference, what is the main problem, what is the main thing you have to do, or the main thing you need to change to go from A to B, to go from here to there. What is the main problem, the main gap? Is it more internal? Is it a lack of self-confidence? Is it self-doubt? Is it worrying? Is it making anxious pictures about the future and you don't know what's going to happen? Is it more physical? Is it because you're completely out of shape? Maybe, it could be. Is it because you eat too much sugar? What is it about? What is the main thing that is preventing you from going from A to B? With that, you can really micro-target way better the main thing that is going to make you do a quantum leap in your business and life right now. As a reminder, you can download the 7 days free challenge to develop a success identity in yourself through self-hypnosis, incorporating all the modeling thing and many other processes that will make you scale your business intuitively without even knowing what you are doing, but you are doing it. That is the beauty of NLP and hypnosis, and you are going to develop that identity for yourself. And you can also book a call with me at any moment by clicking below if you are scaling your business right now.